Hello everybody, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Loop Hero, shall we? Alright, well, I'm looking at this, and I just noticed this at the bottom. But, because I was wondering, like, how do I be a rogue? You know, I unlocked a new class, the rogue. I was like, how do I do that? And this game is brilliant. There are a few things I wish were more explained. Primarily, you know, like maybe a tutorial that popped up and said, hey, you have a new class, and it put a big arrow down here and says this is how you switch between them or something. But whatever, you just have to click around. I understand it's an indie title. That's totally fine. The other issue I have is, this is my own fault for not reading, but for example, I didn't understand that this could only be built next to the field kitchen. And so, you know, when I was building in my town, I didn't know that the placement mattered. And I didn't see a tutorial explaining that it was important where you put these tiles in terms of synergy and building locations. And so there is an option to destroy things and rebuild, but that seems like it's going to create potentially a tedious grind for resources to redo something, and it's a minor thing. I mean, that might be part of the game, but you know, I bet if I googled it, there would be an optimal town layout path that I could just build every single time. Anyway, very minor gripe, but I was confused about that. Additionally, you'll notice that it says that the refuge, for example, can only be built next to a field kitchen in the upper section of the description where it's the flavor text, where I was thinking it was just describing, you know, the function with some figurative and descriptive language, but it also is telling me something really important, which may have fit better in the bottom section where there's bullet points, you know, like, because the field kitchen, for example, says a very important place for any camp. If your nose isn't lying, there is good food here. And that's just a fun little flavor description. But I didn't think that essential information was going to be embedded in that section like the bullet point. So, you know, it was just, I didn't notice that it said that. So now I'm going to have to, like, be very careful about, this says, okay. Is that the only building that says that? Huh. It looks like the refuge is the only building so far that needs to be built next to something. So maybe positional stuff isn't as, you know, super important, so I don't have to stress out about it. The game is so much fun, it doesn't matter anyway. I would just grind the resources happily and rebuild things to fit their requirements. It's fine. Okay, anyway. But the cool thing is now I know I can be a rogue. And so let's look at the differences between a warrior and a rogue. So if you're playing and you unlock rogue, go down here where the weapon icons are, the buttons, and you can switch. So a rogue collects trophies by killing enemies in combat and exchanges them for items at the campfire. Starts with 5% vampiricism, 10% to stat bonuses of the same type that come from 2 or more equipment items, and the effect stacks. Oh wow. So the rogue really benefits from specialization in certain bonus types or brands on your equipment. So that makes for really, really interesting building. They have pure damage, damage to all, evasion, defense, counter, attack speed. But they have what you would expect with the rogue, which is critical damage chance and critical damage, which is not on the warrior. They start with the warrior's gear, which is cool, but you'll notice that it looks like they can't wear rings. They can wear boots, armor, and they can have 2 swords, but not a shield. So right away, more damage, less defense because no shield, and no ring. That's really interesting. So, because it's new, let's do it. Let's try it. Alright, let me pause it and... Oh. Yeah, it's like you start with the warrior's gear, which is cool, but you can't use the shield that they give you. That's a shame, but it's fine. Number of trophies to exchange. This also, and this is kind of how I envisioned it. The rogue in lots of games like this usually steals stuff. You know, this is more of a, as they suggested in the conversation leading into getting this, the rogue is more like a bounty hunter, perhaps, and so you're collecting bounties that you can trade as maybe less than picking pockets or stealing from enemies. But either way, what I read that as is the rogue is going to be the class that you play when you're grinding resources, perhaps, because they can get more of them easier. Maybe not the best for fighting bosses or certain situations, but really good for the application of building up your base camp. Don't know, just hypothesizing. Alright, let's roll. Oh look, I appear totally differently. It's just a really cool feature of the game that your character can inherit memories that aren't even theirs. At least we think so. Now, I don't know if that was wise. I'm going to pause it for a second and just discuss this. Wow, look at that. How cool the animation is for the vampire there in mid-attack as I pause the game. And you can always pause the battle screen by mousing over the inventory. But I'm doing this because you see there, I put down the vampire hut right next to a road tile that had a slime on it, and I'm not sure that was wise because now I'm fighting a vampire right away, but it does help me get experience, kill something faster, maybe get some loot early on. So, you know, I put tiles down. Maybe it is smart. I'm still trying to figure out when doing these things is cool. Plus, I just want to say, as I've already mentioned with this game, it reminds me so much of old school NES-style RPGs, and I didn't put it together until now, but the battle screen, the battle window itself, at least the visuals inside this smaller window, totally remind me of Final Fantasy I. You have a environment graphic on the top of the screen that spans the whole battlefield, and then you have the hero on the left and the enemies on the right stacked up. It's cool. Alright. Now the rogue, as we discussed, because no shield is going to be a little squishier, as rogues tend to be. It does say in the description that the warrior is the most hardy of the classes. They start with vampiricism, and then this 10% chance to crit, so the extra damage and the heal kind of gives some more sustain. We'll see how that stacks up. It's going to be very important to get us multiple weapons. I'm actually going to put this here because I know I can surround it. I know this bottom... I'm going to do this as an experiment, but I'm pretty sure that's wise. And then let's just put that there. Alright, so we got some trophies. Okay, great. Spider cocoon. Let's just put that up there, and we'll put the meadow. Yep, see, I can put things on this below. I could have actually put the treasury right here. The reason I was experimenting with putting the treasury here instead of the obvious here that showed me that all of these were buildable tiles is that I wanted to optimize my space. Not really like that I would fill in the entire environment, but just in case you're on one of those runs where you get a bunch of treasuries, you need as much space for them as possible. And they're such a huge payout, at least early in the game, in my opinion. Yep, and I placed the spider far enough away so that it would have time to spawn its spider, and here we go. So you see I'm getting trophies all the time, and I do wonder, I don't think so, because I don't think it would be fair, but if trophies, like if you collect a trophy, if that precludes you from getting loot from the enemy, if it's like it's one or the other or something, I mean, probably not, because that doesn't seem reasonable, but I don't know. Put that there, and yeah, that's fine. Okay, never mind. No, it is. That is how it is. Okay. I for some reason when they said trophies, I thought they said exchange the trophies for resources. I thought they meant building materials, and that's why I was making that point about the rogue being good at gathering building materials. But no, they mean equipable items. And so that's cool. Like, the more you fight, the more you get. But first of all, number one, you're limited to how many of these you can fill into your inventory. And number two, you don't really get to update on the fly with the rogue. Like, the warrior upgrades after each battle, but it looks like so far anyway, the rogue only upgrades at the campsite. And there's a lot of considerations that go into effect with that. But anyway, these boots have pure damage and evasion. These boots have a bunch of evasion. I'll take the pure damage. This armor is just miles better. It has damage to all. And then we'll just maybe take some level 2 weapons. Yep. And 8 to 12, is that the best I've got? It is. Alright, cool. Now we're doing a ton of damage. And it looks like it doesn't animate you striking with 2 weapons separately. Like, it just adds all your damage together. Which, that's fine. Just pointing it out. Okay, let's put a chest here. Meadow here. Almost got it. Man, we do a ton of damage. We are wrecking things. And that is a fully surrounded treasury. So, if you... I guess one way to upgrade the rogue mid-loop is through chests that are on the road and treasuries that are completed. So there's that. Alright, so we got some boots that are just strictly better than our current boots. What about these boots? Oh, okay, so these boots don't have pure damage, but they add defense, attack speed, and critical damage. Yeah. Honestly, I like these boots better. I know that might be a big mistake, but attack speed, not a huge deal for me right now. Okay, let's put down a cemetery here, and a grove here, and, okay, I'll start building this just to get my mountain going. Bam. Alright. I'm going to start sandbagging some meadows just in case we get a treasury. Goblins coming in. Oof. Yeah, look at all that. But overall, I am getting hurt. Even though I can, like, crack out these guys in one shot, I need to start boosting either my vampiricism or regen or evasion because I'm getting pounded. Or just a bunch more hit points. That could also be nice. Alright, so it looks like you can pretty much count on your entire inventory being shunted when you get through. Alright, so this is level 3, and that's really good. Yeah, I'll take this over this. It is 100 hit points, but it's 9% evasion. I think that will add up in our favor. Yeah, oof. Okay, this, well... Wow. Yeah, this polearm is really good. Do that. And then 10% evasion on this weapon for a little bit less damage. I think we take that, honestly. Oh, wait. No, we take this. That's a ton of damage there. And then... which boots do I want? I'm gonna get wild and take the damage. This could be a mistake. Well, if we're missing, then that's gonna be a mistake. But if not, then we should be okay. There it is. I thought we'd get one. Okay, perfect. This tile should be fantastic, and it is. Alright, we got a treasury that we can develop. And what did we get in that chest? What, a level 3 weapon? I didn't even see what we got. That's odd. Maybe we just got trophies or something. I don't know. Hey, we leveled up. Cool. I'm gonna put a beacon here, and what do we got? Ooh, these are rogue traits. A rat wolf may come to your aid during battle. 75% chance. Cool. Now, is it only in certain tiles? I'm gonna try that out. Let's see what that's like. Just because I've never seen it. Hey, there's a rat wolf. He's just on my team. That's cool. Look at that. Now, it says that his damage is 10, and... yeah, 10.67. That's awesome. Aw, didn't get him that time, but 75% is pretty reliable. I like that. Alright, just gonna keep the grove going, and... yeah. Alright, good, we got the rat wolf. Oh, see, and they hit the rat wolf. I mean, that's actually better than the rat wolf doing damage. If this shit tanks some damage for me, that is unbelievable in terms of our sustain. Just the fact that it can take damage. What was that sound? What was that? Was that because we got a new resource? Orb of expansion. Huh, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Maybe that's what that sound meant. Take that. Alright, let's see if we got anything sweet. Gosh, look at this. Actually, it's not as insane as it could be, but it's better than our polearm. So let's equip it. Yeah, this armor is beautiful. And then anything else? What are these boots? Just massive evasion. Pretty good. But I love the pure damage. I'm just all about damage with this class. Just kill them as fast as we can. Take less damage. Let me pay attention to this. Like, what do we get? Yeah, the chest just gives us resources. It doesn't give us items. I don't know if it's different than, like, for the warrior, if it's the same, or what, but I was thinking I would get items. Maybe they just want to make the rogue only get items at the camp, unless you're doing this. Oh, we rolled poorly. Alright, that's fine. Happens. Cool. This will finish our mountain. Alright, I'm going to start sandbagging stuff for a treasury. Unless we get into an emergency situation. I think we're fine. Yep, there it is. Man. And I'm going to build it right here. And now we can develop all of this. I'm quite sure of it. Where do we want chests? Away from where monsters spawn. Yeah. And then road lantern. This area has been killing me. Good. Just gonna keep that grove rolling. Alright, fantastic. See if we get anything good. Wow, we have a lot of resources. We've got this scimitar, which... It's gotta be better than our gladius. Well, no, this is better than our gladius, for sure. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, I'll take this upgrade and then... I think we're good. I'm probably going to be cowardly and only fight the boss. Ooh, another treasury with the warrior, but we'll see. 100% we can fully develop the treasury there. What happened to our damage? What was that all about? That was really weird. It was like I wasn't hurting it. Strange. Yeah, there we go. We're doing 75. I don't know why, but against that slime, I was doing almost nothing. Huh, so you get a bonus if the battlefields overlap for some reason? There's all these little synergies in the game that I don't understand that maybe you learn through experience. Leveled up again. Oh, and we almost have enough to surround this treasury. Alright, what do we got? Oh, wow, look at this. Nothing is sacred. 3 hit points healed for each kill. Supplies. The hero leaves 10% of his findings in the camp when passing through the campfire tile. Well, I mean, if I did this, maybe I could mitigate the chance of losing against the boss and try it. I've never experimented with this, so let's see what happens. I'm not going to summon the boss this time through. Perfect. Got it. Look at all those spiders. Murderer's Row. Oh, yes. Alright, when they say I leave supplies, I'm going to keep an eye on my completed resources to see if those send back, or if they only mean, like, the tiny bits. Oh, I didn't notice. That's right. I got new stuff for completing that. Whoops, I didn't even look at this. What is this? That's interesting. Wow. I think this is better than that, and that is better than that. The damage to all is just quite huge. Alright. So we can put another grove there, and we can put the rock there. Okay. Yeah, look at this. I sent some of my permanent supplies back to camp. So those, I wonder, I don't think there's a way to see what I sent back, is there? I wish. But anyway. Oh my gosh, look at some of the stuff I just got. I got a level 8 polearm. I mean, holy cannoli. Alright. Level 6 boots. What are these? Yep, they're better. And then, this level 6 Qatar is 20 to 30 damage. Crit damage chance 16%? What? Yeah, this just went to, so now I went from a 10% to a 26% chance to crit. Yes. And then, yeah, this is just such, I am just doing so much damage right now. Now I want to try this. Let's go. Uh-huh. Okay. I need to get enough pieces, if I could, to finish that other treasury. It's possible. Man, I mean, I just did a crit for like 100 damage. That's pretty good. Now I'm starting to feel the burn, though, of taking damage. Got another one. Ooh, whoa, look at these boots. I mean, we'd get defense and critical damage. That's good. Yeah, this is better, and these are better. We'll do that. It's fine. Okay, we didn't get another treasury, but do I hold out for that, or do I just build everything? I'm gonna wait. The thing about it, too, is that if I start putting all this stuff down, I will probably... Oh, this is a good point. Okay. Now I have to put stuff down. Just to make space in my hand. Alright. Getting hit a lot. I don't want to necessarily trigger the boss just yet, but maybe it's okay. I don't want to use a potion, so... There we go. Huh. Well, I think I'm just going to trigger the boss, and I don't know if I can make it around again. And then I'm not going to actually fight. I was rolling for a second, but I think I'm just taking too much damage. I'm just gonna retreat. Part of the world is the achievement we just got, and if I build, we can now build a farm and maybe a cemetery. So let's see, where can I... It says all empty tiles around this will be transformed. Let me read that again. Into gardens. After an expedition, it gives you 1 ration for every completed loop, but not more than there are garden tiles around the farm. You can build something over the garden. And you can craft food if the supply depot is built, which we don't have yet. Unlocks the wheat fields card. Okay. So we do want to build this, and we want to build it in a place that gives the most empty tiles. So, let's see, this would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is that right? Am I thinking about this correctly? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6. So that's probably the best we could do. Maybe we could do better if we have 1 more tile, but now every time we complete a run, we're going to get 6 rations. That seems amazing. Did you notice how strangely this oblivion affects our senses? Hunger, for example. You can go for days without food, and you still won't be hungry. Still, that doesn't mean you should be quit eating altogether. Whoa, look at my character's face. As a rogue, I've got a mask and a hood. That is unreal. Our farmer swears he'll be able to grow some stable crops, but it will take some time. I'm curious to see what he can grow without any sunlight. That's a fair point. And then, do we have enough to build? We still can build a cemetery. How good is that? Let me just look at this screen. Okay, yeah, we got to build one. So let's build it here. Oh my, look at this gravekeeper. Thank you. This place is nice, calm. There are people here, but they are quiet. They look grim, but they can tell you much if you can listen. Yes, nothing odd about what you've said. Alright, cool. So, now we can build a crypt, which, unlocks a new class called the Necromancer. Awesome! But you have to place it near the cemetery. Ooh, let me look at my build screen. Yeah, I could easily put it here or here, that's fine. Maybe its history will awaken some new qualities in you. You got that right. And then the supply depot will start having the camp just passively generate supplies for us. And we can craft supply items if we have the necessary buildings, aka the farm. I guess you can build more than one farm, though, it looks like. Maybe. You know, just put them all around. That makes sense. But we need a ton of wood, stable metals, and rations. Mostly stable metals for this, actually. Sure. Awesome. Well, everyone, I think this is a good place to end the episode. We just shredded it with the rogue. We completed it. We got to the boss. We didn't fight it because we started trailing off on our health, but we got to play as the new class, and we built today, in this session, the farm, the cemetery, and No, that's it, but still. Really, really good. It was fun to be a rogue, and it's fun to see, that we can unlock maybe a necromancer, and I can't wait to see how many resources we start generating and what does happen when we walk through a cemetery, and learning about how to build a good base camp and the placement of it. It's just, again, such a fantastic game. I hope you all are having as much fun with this as I am. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It really helps out to leave comments, to watch the video, and to like it. It helps the channel. That is the best way to help the channel. And if you are feeling even more generous and you want to become a channel member or a patron, there's links in the description below. Those pieces of support help out so fundamentally for me continuing to do this. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an excellent evening or day. I'll check you next time. Take care.